to my YouTube channel. So today I want to share testimony with you guys because it's so important, and I feel like I couldn't have experienced it if I wasn't meant to share it with someone who needs it at a particular point in their lives. So my testimony is about action, right? This is about my book. So I wanted to write a book in 2020. The desire was very big. Start of the year, like I felt it. I felt like I want to write a book, right? But the problem was, I was like, how do I write a book or whatever? I kept on having this second thoughts and everything like that. And I joined this organization called Consecrated Work Trust. It's like widows and orphans organization type of thing. So I was helping out there, and they used to do some other stuff and everything like that. And I used to also be involved. I actually enjoyed my time there. When I was there, I met this guy. He's also part of the team there, and he was like, I've heard you speaking before. You actually have a talent for those things. Why don't you write a book or something? And for me, that was like some confirmation that, okay, this is not just something that I'm thinking, because I was like, maybe it's just me who has this wild desire of doing it, but it's not even there and everything like that. And then, you know, I actually wrote. Oh, so I started writing the book after that conversation. I was like, let me write, let me just try. And I started writing, but I wasn't as consistent because I was kind of like waiting for big moments so that I write those big moments in my book. And those big moments happen really in our lives, so I was kind of still just waiting on more moments to come. And so I was kind of taking breaks in between, taking breaks. And then what happened was, after writing 10 pages, guys, literally 10 big pages, do you understand? Is it like an A4 size, but your normal exercise book type of pages on my laptop, right? After writing 10 pages like that, suddenly the laptop just collapsed. Didn't even collapse as such, it just deleted. I don't know if your laptop does this as well, but mine used to do it. It was like every time you try to close Word, it will ask you like, do you want to close, do you want to see those pages when you return, or yes or no? It's kind of complicated, and when you're in a hurry, you don't even think much. Actually, I don't even know why I had to be in a hurry on that particular day, but then so it got deleted, and I was like now trying to go to recycle bin, there was nothing. And I was like, is this a sign that I shouldn't write the book? So after that, I got discouraged. I stopped writing. I was like, I don't need this drama in my life, and I just let it go. So this is the testimony, right? So I let it go, and then later I saw this guy, one of my friends. Well, we weren't that close anyways, but just the fact that we knew each other, and he had published his book and he was so happy, and I was like, that could be me, deep inside I was like, can you imagine, you let this opportunity go? And then I was inspired to start again, and even my sister started writing a book, and she was like, hey, please read my pages, this book, I'm writing a book. And I was like, is this like a sign from God telling me that if I don't want to act, he'll use anyone else? So I went back and I was like, hey, despite my 10 pages being lost, let me just do it. So I started writing again. And so the fun fact is, so when I started writing again, it was different this time. It wasn't just about like because originally I wanted to write about me and me and me, right? I wanted to write more of like a diary format, and obviously I went on with the style. But then the difference was, when I was planning to write the book at first, I was like, I'll write about my experience, how I transitioned, how this and that happened, right? But then it wasn't as, as vivid as you would expect it. Like, other people would tell you that I fell down and this happened, or like those life-changing stories. I didn't have one of my own, so I had to actually think about what was happening in my life, things that surrounded me, how I felt at particular moments in life, everything like that. And those are the things that compiled my book, right? So the first chapter in my book is mainly about procrastination, because procrastination is something that happened to me a lot, and I feel like it affects a lot of us growing up. And now you're grown, it's too late or something like that, just always telling yourself there's still time until there's no time, and now you're in a hurry, and sometimes you don't get a chance to actually do what you want to do. So exactly, so that was the case for me. It was really hard to, it was hard for me uh to actually get on my work and be like, I'm doing this. But when I started, I actually had to motivate myself through some YouTube videos and everything like that. And I got the idea that no, you're supposed to be consistent, write every day. You alter, it's better to edit than to write. It's better to edit than to write. Do you understand? So just write every day, and then when you're done, you can edit some parts out. You can write in proper English. All those things that you're always telling yourself that I'll write when I have good English. I'll write when this and that. Just write, because at least once you're done with your book, you can start editing those parts out. Like, you can start improving the language that's already there, than starting from zero. So that's what I did. I started writing. I was like, let me write things that influence me, things that affect me. And obviously that's what I did. I wrote about discipline. I wrote about things that I was struggling with on my own mainly. And I was like, if you're getting over this, if you're managing, you'd rather help someone else to actually also go through the same process. It could help someone else. So that's what I did. So this video is a testimony as well as like a promotion of my book, obviously, as you can tell. So please do buy it. If you can't buy it, buying it is just good for me as well. And you also get some good feeling that, oh, you did something great. But honestly speaking, it wasn't my intention to sell it. I was trying to look for a platform where I could publish it online, and apparently I couldn't find one that was for free. So if you want it, you can email me. I'll probably put the email down below. You can email me. But if you can buy it, do buy it. That's really sweet of you to do. So yeah, that's how I wrote the book. Basically, I wrote about what was going on. I wrote about how I felt. I wrote about how I overcame some things, and just trying to help you to also overcome like I did. Yeah, basically that. And then what happened was, after that, I got to a point where I was like, that's fine, that's enough. Because like I was trying to hurry my book. I wanted to write it whilst I was still a teenager, because that was like the theme, like last teenage year goal, and I couldn't do that if I was backsliding until I'm now 20, and it's too late for me to publish it like that and stuff like that. So that's why I kind of published it beforehand. That's why I was kind of looking for a platform where I could do it earlier. So I did that. And then now to why is a testimony. In my book, I write about experiences that I was hoping would happen. Do you understand? So what I'm driving at is the level of faith that you should get at. For me, my things weren't moving. I think I've stressed about this for some time now. My things weren't moving. Like I was in a phase in my life where I couldn't see where I was going in general. Like it was hard. I was trying to understand people telling me you have fake faith and stuff like that, because it's so easy to motivate someone if you're not in their position. And I understand, and I can't blame anyone. It's not like they had a choice. You had to say something after all, right? So imagine being told that you're playing, you're not serious, being told that what's going on, you're probably not a prayer warrior, why are things not working out? Because people associate bad omen with bad habits. So if your things aren't going well, it's probably because you don't deserve it, you don't deserve something good, something like that. because you did something wrong, you're being punished, whatever the case. So I also had that, you know, I was also going through that process, like, Lord, is it because of my sins? I'm sorry, this and that. You know, you be confused as well because you're trying to get through the phase. But anyways, the point is, the moment I wrote that book, nothing was clear. And I'm trying to tell someone here who's going through a rough phase, nothing was clear when I wrote my book. But in that book, I write all those experiences that I was having as if they are in past tense. Do you understand? Like, I write about how I was uncertain about this, you know, I write about it as if now I'm certain. But when I was writing that book, it was exactly the same. Nothing had changed. Like, literally, nothing had changed. I was still in uncertainty. I was still, you know, going through stuff. I was still trying to understand the situation, still trying to live with everything that was going on. But I wrote it as if it was in the past tense. And my testimony is, after publishing that book, you know, and, you know, after finishing the book and being like, it's complete, it's done, published it on Amazon. Today I'm living proof of, you know, that testimony, because I had enough faith to write it down and publish it as if it had happened. It actually happened. So I want you to actually practice living in faith, in uncertainty. I think I've emphasized on this. You can't grow if you can't live in uncertainty. Just be able to move forward. Be able to be like, it's fine, I'm just gonna keep moving forward. I'm just gonna continue in this path, and I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. Because I literally don't even know what I could tell you today, except that it was a miracle even for me. Because even when I was writing that book, I think I mainly wrote in a positive light because I didn't want to discourage someone reading it. And I was scared as well because I didn't know what was going to happen. But as soon as I published that book, the God that had made me write the book in the first place had to come through. So please do read the book. It's so amazing. It touches me every time I read it. I'm just inspired. So please do shop it on Amazon if you can. I'll put the link again in the description box. If you want a free copy, I know that's illegal, that's wrong, really. But if you really know that you need it and you don't have the funds, you can email me. I'll make a plan for you. Otherwise, thank you. Stay blessed.